What's up YouTube, this is Groudon Empire and I am back for another episode of my Pokemon Sun and Moon Battle Spot Single Laddering Series. If you are hyped for today's episode, make sure to show the support by burning up that thumbs up like button down below. Let's try to break 50 likes for this episode. If this episode breaks 50 likes, I will increase the number of weekly uploads. And also, if you do not like this episode, please let me know by clicking that thumbs down dislike button and leaving a comment down below letting me know, because all feedback is greatly appreciated. Now, on to this episode. This is the official first recording that I'm going to be doing that is taking place in Season 2. However, Pokemon Bank is not out as of this recording, so I am using and I will be playing in the pre-bank metagame. I still think this team can actually do pretty well for low ladder in post-bank, but I'm just giving you a little heads up that this is not post-bank, even if Pokebank ends up being released by the time this episode is uploaded. Now, onto this team. This is like a quick rundown of the two most hyped Pokemon on this team, or like the two most special Pokemon that I built this team around. And that would be Exeggutor. I really wanted Exeggutor to come. Ever since I brought Exeggutor in the Champion Blue team, you guys wanted to see it actually be used. So I had to build a team that will actually make it so that I bring this guy. So this team was built around him. And probably my most favorite Trick Room Sweeper in all the land, Snorlax. And I will talk more about Snorlax as the game goes on. Snorlax is the... You'll see it. It's better if you see it in action rather than me talking about it. But you have the Exeggutor that... Let's change the music real quick. You have the Exeggutor that has a Trick Room, has a Focus Sash, it's defensive. So the last Exeggutor I had was Adamant Nature. It wasn't the right nature. It wasn't the right spread. It was... yeah, I think that was the real problem with that one. But this one is better, improved. This one is relaxed in nature, and it has enough defensive capability to survive Fake Out plus Double Edge from Kangaskhan, and specially defensive enough to take a Fake Out plus Ice Beam from a Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan. So that's the really important stuff with this new and improved Exeggutor spread. As we find our first opponent, and hopefully they have a Slaking, okay, or a Slacking. I like calling him Slaking because he's the king of slaying, but you know, he's also the king of slacking. So, slacking. It's also a pun of the word slacking. Anyhow, looking at my opponent's team, he doesn't have a Pokemon that would give lead Exeggutor any problems. So I do want to start off with the lead Exeggutor. However, when I look at the next Pokemon I want to bring in my hyper offensive Trick Room setup, Snorlax, as much as I love Snorlax, Celesteela or Celesteela and Mudsdale, they give it a problem. You know, I cannot set up for free. It's very troublesome. I mean, I can do that versus Celesteela, but Mudsdale is a real pain in the crack. So in order to deal with that, I will have to bring... Oh my god. Mudsdale really messes with my strategies. Rhyperior is very bulky, so I don't have to worry much about Mudsdale in that regard, and I have Rock Blast to break through the multi-scale on the Dragonite. And the Z move with Stone Edge at +2 Oko Celesteela, even with max defense. And Rock Blast is also good for going through that Disguise of Mimikyu. My last Pokemon will be Porygon 2 because that's great for the just setting Trick Room up again and defensive prowess. So this first game I won't be able to bring Snorlax because of the Mudsdale, and pretty much only because of the Mudsdale. That's unfortunate, but hey, low ladder has a lot of Mudsdale. I can't do anything about that except just bring the other Pokemon. You know, this Pokemon has some of my favorite Pokemon. Marowak. What did I just say? This Pokemon has some of my favorite. No, this team has some of my favorite Pokemon. Oh my bad, sorry. Slacking? Okay, Choice Band. Alright, that's nice to know. He's not going to KO us, though. We can go for the Trick Room right away. Right away. Oh my goodness. Our opponent made the read. He went for the hammer arm so he can become slower, but they missed. Tough look for Slacking, and now he can't move again. Normally, I would go for a special move and then explode, but at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explode right away. The reason I'm going to explode right away is because I need all the turns of Trick Room. You know, I cannot waste them by just staying in with Exeggutor. That's not how we do things around here. That's not how to really utilize this team. Rhyperior is extremely bulky. A Choice Banded Hammer Arm will not matter. You guys are going to see. And Rhyperior is so slow and Slacking is so fast, even at -1 it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the... I mean, honestly, I can go for Earthquake right now. And then Swords Dance later. Or I can just Swords Dance right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to Swords Dance right now because my thought process is I want to make the most out of Trick Room turns. And he's not going to do that much damage. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of damage, but it's not crazy. So this turn, I can easily go for Earthquake. He might switch out into Celesteela, that's okay. He might switch out to Celesteela, but, you know, I gotta do... Or I can switch out to Mimikyu. I was debating going for Rock Blast, but honestly, it's fine at this point. I don't have to worry. Slaking is actually really bulky. I don't know if it's defensively or it's special defensively, but that is one of the main reasons why I didn't actually go for that's like the main reason why I didn't go for an attacking move, because he might have survived. I don't know. Slaking's really bulky. Slacking, and he might have HP investment. I don't know. So I'm going to go for the Rock Blast this turn because it might be Focus Sash, and Focus Sash Mimikyu. I cannot explain how annoying Focus Sash Mimikyu is. Of course, that happens to us. There's nothing I can do about that. There's absolutely nothing that can be done about that. It's really annoying. I could have went for the Earthquake, but again, this guy can be Focus Sash for all we know. And he probably is, judging from the fact that he had Will-O-Wisp. So there's really no point in me not have going for... yeah, he's definitely... It is alright though. I can go for a Z move. I don't want to do that. That's not... I ain't doing that. Going for the double protect, he wants to get cheeky. It's fine. And at this point, I can go into Porygon 2. So while it looks bleak, you know, it's alright. I have never seen a Slacking before, so regardless, like, he has switch-ins for Earthquake, you know? Like, Mimikyu really messes with Trick Room. That's why I have Rock Blast. If we got 3 hits of the Rock Blast, we would be fine. I can guarantee you that Mimikyu was Focus Sash. I can guarantee you 100% that was a Focus Sash Mimikyu, so we had to do what we had to do that turn. But this turn, I can go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, because I don't want this... he can switch out into the... Okay, he's not going to switch out. If I were my opponent, I would 100% switch out into the Slacking. There is no reason to keep Sharpedo in when Sharpedo... I mean, it's cool. I ain't gonna complain. So, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go for... I can't go for Trick Room. I mean, I can. I'm gonna go for Trick Room. I'm not sure if he's gonna switch out or not. If he gets a crit, that would suck. He doesn't get a crit. I mean, okay, he gets a crit, but he doesn't KO us, so that's awesome. I think Sharpedo's learn Aqua Jet. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if I'm faster or if my opponent is faster. I'm really not sure about that. But I am going to go for a Thunderbolt. Okay, we do KO the Sharpedo. And right now what's going to happen is Slacking is going to go for a move. And then I'm going to have 2 turns free for Rhyperior to attack, because I'm definitely going to be slower. Like, it does not make sense if I'm not going to be slower. That would be just ridiculous. Redonkulous. And I shouldn't die to burn either. So what I want to do right now is I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam, whatever. He should go for, I don't know, Earthquake? Hammer Arm. He could have missed, so I would go for Earthquake if I were him, but maybe he doesn't have... But you should have Earthquake, because what are you going to do if you see an opposing, like, Aegislash? I would go for Earthquake because it has 100% accuracy, and you know, it hits Rhyperior super effectively, which is what you need. I mean, maybe not. I mean, hopefully the Z move can come through even though I'm burned. Hopefully, if it doesn't, that's going to be sad, but I think I have the turn after this as well to do damage. So hopefully things turn out, and Rhyperior will come on top, showing how this Trick Room team operates when the big bad Snorlax doesn't come. I want to see this amazing move right here. It does not KO the Slacking. We don't get KO'd by the burn. And then I have to go for the Earthquake, and hopefully the Slacking is not slower than me. It cannot be slower. Yeah, okay, so that was a close one. The first Hammer Arm miss, because it is a Slacking and not some other kind of Pokemon, honestly, that Hammer Arm miss does not matter. So that's awesome. That is really awesome that we came on top in that game. And at this point, typically I would just call it quits for the episode. But I really want to see if I can bring Snorlax for the next for in a battle. Like, I don't know if I'm going to use this in the next episode or not, because I don't know if Pokebank is going to be out. But I really want to do another battle, see if I can bring the and we're over 1600, which is awesome. I really want to see if I can bring the Snorlax. I really want to bring Snorlax very bad. Snorlax is so awesome, guys. So awesome. Belly Drum, Gluttony, Iapapa Berry. You guys need to see it. You guys need to see it with your own eyes. Anyhow, this first team, I'm going to have to use Exeggutor lead. Because there's nothing that's stopping it from doing work. And then my opponent has Tapu Bulu Toxapex. I'll tell you the truth, guys, I lose versus that. There's nothing I can do versus that. My team is very weak to that, Tapu Bulu Toxapex, because Earthquake weakness is reduced. Now, I do have the Snorlax, so I can probably do something with that. We'll see what I can do with that. You know, Porygon 2 to set it up again. Is that worth it, though? Should I not just use Marowak instead? Or even Magnezone? I don't know, guys. I'm feeling the Magnezone. I really am. I'm not feeling Porygon 2 for the end. I'm feeling Magnezone. We're going to do things differently this game. Instead of bringing the Porygon 2 for the end, we're going to bring the Magnezone. Because Magnezone, look at Magnezone. Like, if Cortana's out of the picture, and also the Turtonator, if they're both out of the picture, oh my god. And if Muck is out of the picture too, I can really put in work with Hidden Power Ground versus the Xurkitree, and then Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon for the other two, Toxapex and Tapu Bulu. So I'm really hoping that we can put in work with Snorlax this time around. Snorlax, again, Gluttony makes berries activate in half the time, right? Half the requirements. So Normally, if a berry activates at 25% or lower HP, such as Iapapa berry, all the 50% HP healing berries, they're going to be bumped up to 50%. So if I'm at 50% HP, such as after using Belly Drum, then my berry will activate and I'll get 100% HP right there, or just 50% recovery right then and there, which is going to be amazing. And especially in Trick Room, a 400% damage Snorlax in Trick Room. And my opponent has a terrain extender. This is going to be a very, very scary game. But it's alright. I'm going to go for the Trick Room. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have Taunt. If they have Taunt, if they have Substitute, I'd be in trouble. I just hope they don't have Substitute. And I think we could Reflect. Okay, alright. That's scary. This is really scary, guys. But I have lost to Tapu Bulu, Toxapex a million times in team testing. I am completely aware of the trouble that this Pokemon and this core is. You know, it's whatever. I can't. There's only so much I can do about it, right? Using this team. I can make this team better. If I make this team better, though, you know what's going to happen? I can't bring Exeggutor as often. Because the better Pokemon will start, like, what's it called? Take priority over the other Pokemon that are lesser options versus, like, most of the matchups out there. That is why, if you want to use a Pokemon that's not the most viable, like Exeggutor, you know, you're going to end up doing stuff like that. If you want to actually use it, you can still have him on the team, but you're not going to end up using him much. And I want to actually use him, because I know you guys, you wanted to see Exeggutor actually being used. He does the explosion, does get that good amount of damage on that Tapu Bulu. Right now, because I have Trick Room set up, I cannot go out into my Magnezone because Magnezone is not slow. Actually, Magnezone is slow. I didn't take a picture of my opponent's team. You know what? You know what? I'll go out to Magnezone. We'll go out to Magnezone. Again, this is a bad matchup, so that's why I had to bring Magnezone, even though I don't have another Trick Room setter. I'm going to take a picture of my opponent's team real quick. Alright. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon or try to go for Thunderbolt. I don't really know. Either way, if he has the frickin' Turtonator, I'm in trouble. So I'm just going to go for... I honestly... I'm going for the Flash Cannon. Best move. Hit what's in front of me. Think about everything else later. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. I'm not Spec, so he's not going to die to a Thunderbolt. And he's slower than me in Trick Room. Awesome. Amazing. Wait, never mind. He's slower than us in Trick Room, so I have Analytic. That's my ability. So because of that, he's faster than us, so I get the Analytic boost and I KO him even though I don't have Specs. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is actually amazing, guys. This is absolutely amazing. He's going to go into the Tapu Bulu. He's probably going to go for Protect. He's going to kill the Trick Room turns. Is that what he's going to do? That's probably exactly what he's going to do, but at this point, I can't really do anything else. So hopefully we come out on top. Tapu Bulu might be especially defensive. It doesn't matter. You cannot mess with a Magnezone. Now, the last Pokemon on my opponent's team is going to really define if we're going to lose or if we're going to win. My opponent might have the Cortana. If my opponent has the Cortana, we are screwed. If my opponent has the Muck, we have a chance. We actually have a crazy... Oh, he has the Cortana. I think an Analytic boosted Thunderbolt can KO this thing. I think it can. Hold on. 135 damage, right? Come 67. Yeah, okay. Come on, buddy. Come on, Mag. Oh my goodness. Well, he KOs us now. He KOs us now. Wait a second, what? Never mind. Why wouldn't you have Sacred Sword? In my opinion, Sacred Sword is better, but it makes sense if he wants to run Smart Strike and Night Slash and Leaf. I mean, he does get the terrain boost. That is weird, guys. That is weird. I didn't get to use Snorlax, but you know what, guys? Hey, we use this team to get over 1600, which is awesome. If I do more episodes with this team, then I'll definitely bring the Snorlax. But I don't wanna like bulk record right now. If I bulk record right now and the Pokebank comes out, then I want to have inaccurate episodes that represent the metagame and what have you. So, you know, I'll wait till next weekend. If Pokemon Bank is out, you're gonna see a different team. If you guys want to see the Snorlax right now, I mean, maybe I'll bring it later. Snorlax is actually extremely good. Like, I might make like more serious high ladder teams with Snorlax, maybe. So definitely expect Snorlax. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Exeggutor brought the Trick Room in, and that literally, you saw how it just set us up and it gave us the win, and in both games, and how it basically, with Explosion, you know, it doesn't waste any Trick Room turns, and the other Trick Room sweepers can come in and do their things, which is it's amazing. So it might not look like it's doing much, but using Explosion afterwards, and that's not just any Explosion, guys. That is a powerful Explosion. Carbon can do it too with base 50 attack, but Exeggutor does it with base 105 attack. So that's a big difference, because that damage is huge versus certain Pokemon. It can pretty much like Oko. It's pretty like big damage. And it's great. It's great. But yeah, guys, that's enough for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you did, click that thumbs up like button down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's going to be more episodes and hopefully high ladder content in the next couple of weeks. This was Alolan Empire. Peace out.